Hello all, I'm back. I'm trying a new type of recording this time, and let's see how this works. I'm just going to be sketching again, and here we go. When I'm sketching things, I like to what do I like to do? I like to just kind of let my pen wander. And since I really don't have any idea of what I'm doing right now, what I want to draw at this moment, I'm falling back on an old familiar face, which is my Corvid here. I really love birds, and Corvids in particular. He's kind of based on a raven, but not entirely, obviously. This is pretty much the same thing I did in my last video that I have yet to post, but I just need to kind of keep my mind going, keep my pen moving, and I'll come up with something new. So right now I'm using it's a refill for the Pentel Stylo, and my actual pen, the body of the pen, was left somewhere, and when I went back to get it, about 10 minutes later, it was gone. Obviously, it's a really nice pen, but I've had the refills, and so I've just been using the refills without the pen body, and it works just fine, if it's a little messy at times. But moving on, let's see, what am I going to do here? I am going to go ahead and add in some color. I'll do a little different than the last one, even though I haven't posted that last one yet. So I'm going to add in some color. This is just my Stillman and Byrne sketchbook. I like to change up. I do a lot of black and white, a lot of red, a lot of purple. But these are just some of my inexpensive Ticonderoga pencils. Since I'm working in a sketchbook, I enjoy using these here. Kind of takes away any thought of preciousness. It takes away the preciousness of it, and I am more free to just kind of play and do whatever just kind of comes to mind. So obviously I don't know of any ravens that have green and pink beaks, but this one does, so I guess we're good. I'm not sure what to even talk about right now, because I'm used to just kind of sketching, listening to audiobooks or to music, mostly audiobooks lately, but I don't know. I know that I can talk a lot, so I could try. I talked a lot in my last video, of course, the one that hasn't been uploaded yet, but I'll get it there. It's sitting on my computer as I'm trying to figure out this whole editing thing. And let's see, I'm trying to do colors that I wouldn't normally do, although I suppose, being as I only have one video posted right now, if you don't know me, if you don't already know my work, then you don't know what I normally do. I'm just kind of talking, but it's late at night. It's late, and I'm trying to keep it down a little bit because my husband is asleep. My daughter should be asleep, but I don't think she is. It's that little, flashlight thing. I'll have to go check on her in a second. But right now, what can I do here that won't totally attack your eyes? Is this the color I just used? I don't think so. Nope, it is different. Okay. This is an interesting color palette for me right now, because it's funny, I never used to be a blue or green person. I was always black, white, purple, red, silver. And when I've been looking over my work the past couple of years, I've discovered I'm using a lot more blues, a lot more greens. And it's very interesting to me because, like I said, I was never either of those colors. And I'm still not really those colors in my own life, but in my art, they creep in more and more. And I really enjoy them. And that's surprising to me. It's very surprising because it was never, like I said, I'm reiterating, I need to actually write out a script for myself, or at least an outline, so that I'm not just making it up as I go. It makes for kind of a boring talk over. But again, if you are listening and not listening to something else while you just watch me draw, which is fine, then I also make jewelry, I make music, I make assemblage type pieces. I love birds. I love drawing faces. I love drawing. I love painting, creating things, and yet I've gotten away from it. And this is my actual livelihood. So I don't know what the deal is. Well, I do know, because I usually sell at shows, at festivals, and all of those have been canceled this year. We're getting to where we can start. I don't know how this is going to go, but in my area, things are starting to open up again. I don't know how soon any shows or anything will open up, but I'm still trying to keep making and keeping busy, We all have to keep busy. And making YouTube videos was something I always had in my head to do, something I always wanted to get into, and I have lots of ideas. I have lots of different directions I can go here. I don't want that color, but I want to find something that is, I don't know, it's just a little more unique, a little more me. Because, we're all unique. And, but a lot of times we find ourselves still doing, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's late. we find ourselves still doing the things that other people are doing. And of course, we're always going to be influenced by other people. I'm not sure I like this color here, but we're going to go with it because that's what I did, and I'm just talking. And so there's lots of it's late. I should not be talking right now. But okay, here's where I was going with that. It doesn't matter what you're doing creatively, as long as you're keeping your mind active. And you don't have to worry about putting down something in your sketchbook or on a piece of paper or canvas that is bad, because anything that you're working out on paper or on canvas or wood or however you're doing it it's energy. It's getting that out and working through whatever it is you're looking for. And in order to get there, you have to do it, you know? So if you put it down and you don't like how it looks, you change it. You keep working on it until you like how it looks. And if you end up not liking it, you're still going to learn something from it. But honestly, there's been very few times that I have brought something to some kind of a conclusion art-wise and not been happy with it, not been happy with where it ended up, even if it's nowhere near what I really intended. I like how those look together. Even if it's nowhere near what I actually intended, and that's part of the process too, there's still something in it that I can appreciate, that I can really get behind, that I can just love, and that I can take into the next piece. Like I said, right now I'm just kind of sketching, just having some fun. I don't know what I'm going to do here. And sometimes you do. You put something down that you really regret. I'm not saying that because I regret putting this down. It is a little, this is a little drier than I remember it being, so maybe it is. But you just keep moving, you just keep working on it, and you're gonna come up with something useful, even if it's just for the next thing you do, even if it's just to kind of loosen up your mind, loosen up your thoughts, let yourself just figure stuff out as you go, you know? I'm going to bring in these, because these are the Prismacolor sticks, and these allow me to lay down a much larger swath of color. And I have quite a few in here to figure out which one I want to use here. It's something a little more, maybe, okay, just make a decision, make a decision. All right, and I'm going to change my decision. Okay, yeah, I'm changing the decision. There we go. So, I don't know how much that my ringtone is coming through. Whenever I get an email, it plays the TARDIS sound. Okay. I think that speaks for itself. Now, it's funny. Yellow is another color that I've never really been. It's a fly. Yellow is another color that I've never been too terribly fond of. It's always a little too bright for me, but it's another color that I've discovered works its way into a lot of my work, and I think it's because it is so different from what I normally use, so different from my life in general. How I dress, how I do my makeup, and how, I don't know, yellow is just, it's not really my personality. But as I get older, I find I like it more. It's kind of funny. I like to use it in my art now. But it's still a little bright. I started out with just pencil. I started using pencils and doing portraits for people in carbon, charcoal, graphite. And then I had people, start asking me, hey, can you do this in color? So I started playing with colored pencil. I started playing with color in general, figuring out how to do that. So I started doing portraits in colored pencil. And then I had people ask, hey, have you ever done this in paint? And I was like, well, okay. So I went and I got some paints and I started playing with them, started figuring them out. I love acrylics. They are my absolute favorite type of painting to do. All right, I say that, but then I also love water-soluble media, especially Neocolor 2 by Karen Dosh. They are a water-soluble wax pastel that are fantastic. They're my absolute favorite thing in the world to use. And if I could have more Karen Dosh art supplies, I would be overjoyed. I would love that. And I would use the heck out of them. So, let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to find another color here. I want to go back to another. Okay, we're just going to do this. Okay, make a decision. And yeah, look at that texture. Oh, I love that kind of texture. It's just fun. Okay, and I also love how these grab into the edge here. Look at that. Oh, I love that. Now, if I was wanting to blend it, I would probably use Gamsol, odorless mineral spirits. They are I think it's mostly used for like oil painting, but I was introduced to it as a means of blending your colored pencils like years ago, and I fell in love with it for that. But also, having said that, I really love my favorite colored pencils, the ones of what I have a full set of, are the Lyra Polycolor. They're oil-based, just like the Polychromos from, I just went blank, Polychromos Faber-Castell? I don't know, I'll have to look that up again. But I digress, because they blend so well. They give you such an awesome coverage. They are bright when you want them to be bright, but they tone down very well when you want them to tone down. know if you can see that. I like this a lot. Okay. And I hope I'm not just all over the place. As I said, I should probably be asleep, but I'm not. Here I am. And now I'm invested into this video. 20 minutes in. I won't go too much longer. My videos have all the videos that I've recorded and not posted have been really long. And I fully intended to fill up 2 sheets here, the 2 pages in my book, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't think it is because I'm still playing with this. Let's add in a little bit of darkness here. Cut down that brightness on the edges at least. Kind of blend in that. Yeah. See, I like texture. I like adding stuff. I like mixing and playing and creating something new. And next time, I will try not to do a bird next time, because I tend to be doing the same things for these videos. I don't want that color. Okay, what I wish I could do right now is just pull out my paints. But as it is, I'm 21 minutes in. It's already a pretty long video. I should probably call this one quits and move on. And I think I will. So, there we go. I don't know if you can see it, how well you can see it, but I think it turned out interestingly. So I can get my lamp back down again without knocking it over. Okay. And I will be back shortly. Okay. Have a beautiful night. Stay safe. Bye-bye.